Hello, everybody. I hope that you can hear me. I kind of running a little late with all my stuff, and as you can see, I'm not in the van, and so I am trying to set up a new thing. And I'm in a new location. So as I adjust, I'm sorry. Hi, Troy. Sweet. Thanks, Troy. That was going to be my next comment. It is, actually, I did not look at how hot it is, but I can tell you, it's hot. It is 84 degrees here and no overcast. Absolutely beautiful. So, thank you for that. I appreciate, Troy, you being here. And I am actually in Florida again, second time this year. Wasn't planned, but we're here. We're not gonna be here for very long. It's a really quick, short trip down, and then we're heading back up because my dad is having surgery. Troy, how's your week been going? And Kevin, I hope you do make it earlier and wanted to be coming back. I know you're kind of busy with everything. So, it looks tropical. Yeah, it is actually pretty cool. We're in Fort Lauderdale, and let's see if we're going to try to attempt moving this. But there's the famous palm trees, and we got little lizards running around here. We're actually driveway mooching. So we are in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It has been a great trip down here. It's really hot. But I'm not complaining. I love the hot weather. I prefer the hot weather than the cold in Michigan. So along this fence, there will probably be some lizards or geckos or some iguanas. I don't know. Iguanas are probably up in the trees right now, getting all the sun. So, and then I've got, like I said, I'm not setting up, but how's the van sleeping in the warm weather? The van, actually, the way we have it set up is in the back window opens up and we have a fan. So we suck the air in, and then I have a max air fan from the top. And so it just makes like a wind tunnel. And it cools off. I think it gets down to probably about 55, 60 degrees. So sleeping hasn't been a problem. Now, next month is when they get into like the 100 degrees. And I will not be here. I will be back in Michigan for my dad's surgery. But it really hasn't been a problem all day because we're out and about during the day. So we normally just keep both fans going. And because the sun is beating down on my solar, I think the lowest my solar or my house battery has gotten is like 70 degrees, 70%. So it's doing good. But a lot of people do the AC, and I know, Troy, you said that you could hear me on the AC over this AC, but and we're in the heart of Fort Lauderdale, so the traffic. You are going to hear the horns. Because here in Fort Lauderdale or everywhere in Florida, everybody loves to honk their horns, and its traffic is massive down here. It is insane. Um, you could put Chicago and Detroit together, and probably Flint, throw all them cities together, and that traffic is like Fort Lauderdale, at least to my opinion. But I'm from Michigan, so it is what it is. And we're down here with friends, well, my friends, relatives, sort of kind of stuff. And so they've been showing us around, and we get some really good tours and find the local spots. So it's been fun, and they're very hospitable. So I look forward to every time we can come down here. And when we're down here in Fort Lauderdale, we always driveway mooch. So it's nice. We don't ever need to plug in or anything. So how's your week been going, Troy? I actually was in Indiana last weekend, and I was talking to my daughter, and I spent the whole weekend with my daughter, again, driveway mooching, bonus. And her husband, Troy, is really massively into the airplanes, and he went over in 2019 or 18, went to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, I think it is. And he had also two, I think, Red Bull over in Wisconsin. Let's see, your week was good, nothing new. I seen you doing some posting on Instagram, by the way. Are you starting to test the waters out for YouTube? Are you thinking about starting to film stuff? I know you don't want to be on camera, but there's a lot of faceless videos. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he went, I think, 2 years ago, and I think he also did the Red Bull. He really geeks out on airplanes, and he wants to become a pilot. So he's working on that. But so when you ask him a question about airplanes, he goes way, whoops. All right. Sorry about that. He goes way off topic, and like just he talks way above my head about stuff that I'm like, yeah, okay, and I can follow him for about this much time, and then he's like, whoop, over my head. And there's a lot of stuff, like he was showing me some pilots that he knew and that he got to meet, and where they were flying from and when he got to see them. And it's interesting. I love watching how excited he gets, because I know he's passionate about it, but that stuff just way over my head, and I wouldn't know one pilot from the other, so I kind of lose track of stuff. I've got a little lizard over here, so I don't know where he's going. He's probably going to climb up here and go along here, so might be popping in here soon. But if you're here watching, make sure that you jump in and say hi. And let's talk about travels. Most likely no YouTube for me. No? Well, I thought maybe with you starting the Instagram stuff, I watched them. I didn't get a chance to comment, but I think I liked them. At least I hope I did. If I didn't, I'll go back and like them. But I'm trying to make comments on people's videos that I watch. And if you are a YouTuber and you're in my live, I'm trying to link your channel in. Oh, lizard just fell off the fence over here on the other side of me. But anyways, if you come in and talk during the live, I'll make sure to link your YouTube channel down below. And let's see. Cool. I appreciate when people like my stuff, and I try to return the favor. Sometimes I'm terribly busy and not thinking straight, but that's most of my time lately anyways. So Troy, you're going to Oshkosh in July, and I know you're going to the meetup in September, so I'm looking forward to that. And any other bigger trips planned, or still staying a little local to Michigan? Well, I mean, Wisconsin is a nice, 4 or 5 hour drive. Well, Oshkosh, I think, is a 6-hour trip, if I remember right, from what my son-in-law was telling me. Any other trips planned? Anyone's out of state? I was just talking to a lady. We ate at a restaurant yesterday, and I was telling her about traveling, and she's only lived in New York. Like, New York's over there. That's why I'm pointing, right? I don't know. New York, and then here. And she was like missing the seasons because in New York they have snow, fall, winter, summer, lots of winter. But then I was telling her about New Mexico. Like, you can go to the mountains and you can get your green and your seasons, and you can go lower New Mexico and not really get much of the seasons. So let's see. Plan on staying local for the first year in Northern Michigan. There you go. Are you enjoying, because I know you've taken some small trips already, so are you enjoying the van? Is there things you're looking to change already, or do you pretty much figured the systems all out? I know it's a new van for you, so but I seen the tour and it seemed to be very well thought out for floor plan, so that should be in a favor for you. I'm trying to read the comments off my laptop, so that's why I keep looking down, because I'm not in my normal element here. So I'm trying to keep remembering to look at that camera, but it is what it is at this point. It is hot, and I didn't even know how my Wi-Fi would work here. So I'm glad that it's working, and where we're at, I didn't even bring my van, so my van is parked at the place where we're staying, and we've kind of had, well, he's my friend, but brother of Ken's driving us around, which is a bonus because he knows the area lots better. And he's a really good driver. So he's been driving us around. And so my van's been parked, then just airing it out, or, circulating the air, keep it cool during the summer or during the day. And then at night it stays cool enough. So I don't even have all my stuff with me. I was a little leery about doing my first live out in the area. So, man. Uh-oh. And me with computers, there's always a hiccup. The van is pretty much mastered. Everything is easy to use. The shower is the main negative. It's never been used. Yeah. So, depending on, have you even tried to use it? Is it just not working? Like, are the gaskets and stuff leaking? You might want to figure that one out before you go hit. I mean, I know you're doing small local trips, but and maybe you just do a Planet Fitness and take showers at Planet Fitness. That's what we've been doing if we're not driveway mooching. But Planet Fitness is like $10 a month, and just about every state has a Planet Fitness. And then you can do the outside showers. But yeah, because that wouldn't have an instant hot water tank, so you would have to have probably the generator working when you did the hot water tank. I'm assuming with that setup, with it. Yeah, because I think it's all ran off generator. Have not tried it. Water and everything works fine. Well, yeah. I mean, if it hasn't been used other than the gaskets, but, the seals around the faucet and the shower head, that's the seals I'm talking about. No, I have a 6-gallon hot water heater. Oh, okay. So it's not a tankless. I have a 6-gallon. Yeah, it's kind of the same system as what a travel trailer, and so I'm familiar with the travel trailer, but I've never had a van with a tank onto it. I plan on getting a tankless hot water heater for my van, but that's down the road a ways. I got a few more things. I plan on this summer doing the floor in the van and then redoing my cabinet in the van. So hopefully with that being said, I'll be redoing the cabinet in the van. We're going to change out where the refrigerator is on it. And if you guys haven't seen that tour of my van, I did one way back when I first got the van and built it out. But there's a newer one by a guy named Mario, and I'll link his channel down below, or I'll link the video and you guys can go watch that video. But yeah, there's still a few more things that I want to get done to the van, and one of them is the tankless, but that one is an expensive one, And so that one's kind of on the bottom of the list because I do everything on the budget for my van. And I like the, not waiting for it to warm up. It's fairly quick. And with the tankless, it actually has a filter onto it. So you could actually throw it in the river and take a shower outside, which depending on where I'm at, that would work really good for me because if I'm out boondocking, then I'll be able to just throw it in the river and take endless hot water shower. But yeah, it just depends. But like I said, that one is definitely on the lower side. First, I gotta get the floor done and my new cabinet done because my refrigerator is starting to drive me nuts. I want to get it up a little higher and a little bit easier to use. So that one will probably be doing something in June, mid-June, or July. I really want to. I got some ideas of doing some other boondocking in June and in July. So, jump in the river. Yeah, I do that a lot too. Depending on how warm it is, yes. In May, the rivers are a little bit cold for me to be doing that. And Michigan has not been that warm to warm up them rivers just yet. So I think you said earlier that Michigan was, what did you say? I think you said it was, 52 degrees. So the rivers are not quite warmed up yet because it takes a lot to warm up Michigan rivers. So I like warm showers, at least lukewarm water. But yeah, definitely showers. I do a lot of the Planet Fitness. There's that, and then there's truck stops. And I'm very cautious about the truck stops because I want the truckers to have the priority because they're working to put food in the stores or, they're doing their job. I've got all the time in the world when I'm traveling. So I try to get it when they're traveling. So if anybody has joined, make sure you jump in and say hi and let me know where you're watching from or which state you're watching from. And if you are watching this on the replay, don't forget to leave me a comment below. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm actually at 399 subscribers, so I'm looking forward to that 400. There's nothing really important about 400. It's just I look forward to the numbers going up. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you hit that like button. And if there's ever a topic that you want to talk about live, make sure you leave it in the comments below. I would greatly love to have you jump in and we can talk about different topics. I am working with a fellow YouTuber right now. We're trying to connect, and I'm gonna see if I can figure out my end on maybe we can get connected to where we can both do a live together. So I think that would be kind of fun, working with other YouTubers and having different perspectives, and especially if it's van life related, um, which this other YouTuber is van life related. So I'm looking to start going down that and having guests on here. So we'll see how that goes, because me and technology have this love-hate relationship. I'm always a little nervous about trying something new, but like here, we're live in Fort Lauderdale, not in my van, and we're actually at a cookout with my friends, and so far it looks like it's 25 minutes into the live, so I'm glad that it's working and hadn't had too many issues. So so Troy, have you thought about the meals that you're gonna plan down the road? Are you not a cooker? Are you a cooker? Do you just reheat stuff, TV dinners for these longer trips, like when you go out boondocking, all that kind of stuff? Well, you don't want to be on YouTube? Oh, my friends, they're not YouTube friendly. Shame on them. They do not like to be on camera, so I try to get them to come on, but yeah, they're camera shy. So, and I respect that. If somebody tells me they don't want to be on, then I'm all good. I wouldn't do that to somebody. So, um, let's see. So I hope that we don't lose connection. I know that my bars seem to be going down on my Wi-Fi. So hopefully, let's see, meals will be simples, burgers, steaks, etc. Heat up stuff. What, you're not going to bring a grill and do a 5-course meal? Come on, Troy. Nah, I'm just picking on you. Yeah, I mean, when you're getting your feet wet, simple is a lot easier. I keep it pretty simple too. I'm always 1 or 2 pans. You know, breakfast, I can't live without my sausage, biscuits, and gravy. So even though I'm trying to stay away from a lot of meat, I do like my sausage, biscuits, and gravy. So I do that a couple times when I'm boondocking. Let's see, I have a web gasket. Oh, check you out. Yeah, I'm old fashioned. I'm really old school. I do charcoal. And it's actually, I think it's a Weber, but it's just a charcoal grill. And Ken loves to cook on it. So that's what we do. No gas for us. We're more the charcoal people. But, you know, everybody's got their own thing. I thought I heard a lizard. And yep, they have a dog here, so you're probably hearing the dog in the backyard too. So, yeah, we do, if we're out in the sticks, we do we do a charcoal grill, and then we have a like a two burner gas stove that's like a fold up, which I'm sure if you've seen the kitchen pull out, you've seen that one. I do charcoal. Yeah, there's just something about charcoal grills that just so good. So yeah, we do a lot of grilled stuff. Um, when we have a funny way of doing sausage biscuits and gravy. We do, we create like a hobo pocket, I guess, in tinfoil, and we just flip our biscuits on the grill. But we'll cook the biscuits, we do the canned biscuits. We do cheat, and we'll put that on the stove, on the grill, and we'll cook that because I gotta have my sausage biscuits and gravy. I like my bacon too. It's probably the two downfalls of doing like vegetarian or vegan style meals. It's all about that. It's kind of hard to give up the bacon. I love my bacon too. So, anyways, it's at least cooling off because the sun is going down here. So that's a little nice. We went out to, we were out in the pool earlier today. So we were out swimming, and we have been to a couple restaurants down here. And then in Indiana, I have a lot. Well, I don't have a lot, but I have some videos that are coming out about Indiana. We went on a ship, the LST ship in Evansville, Indiana. So I have that video coming out. So if you guys are interested in the ships back in World War II era, that video will be really interesting. I could not record it all. They asked me to record bits and pieces, but not the whole thing. So I would turn it off and turn it back on. Unfortunately, I got a lot of the floor because when the guy was talking, I did not want to put my camera on him because I'm respecting, some people don't want to be on camera. And they're a tour guide, and I appreciate them giving us the tour. So I did not put him in the video. There's a couple pictures I think I did get of him. So, yep. So I did one about the LST ship, and then we went across because Evansville is pretty close to Indiana, Fort Evansville is like 30 minutes from the Kentucky border. So we went into Kentucky and we did a really nice walking path, and I've got that video coming out. Trying to get them edited as we're driving, and so yeah, it's trying to get out the videos as fast as I can. And Florida, I probably we're gonna head up to Daytona tomorrow, so I'm gonna probably get some footage up in Daytona. So that'll be good. Didn't really get much in Fort Lauderdale just because we've been kind of laying low. We've done a lot of traveling as quickly as we can so I can get back to my dad and fit everything in. So it's been a minute, but right before I left, I did a talking about tools for my last live. And the reason why I had to cancel the last week's live was my alternator started going out and grumbling or growling. I don't know the correct words, but the bearings was going out. So I ended up changing out my alternator and my serpentine belt. that week, and plus trying to get ready for travel. And my dad had a doctor's appointment all before leaving. So it was a busy week, so I had to cancel the live because I was a little overbooked. But I did most of the changing of the alternator and the serpentine belt with all the tools in my van. Except there was one tool that I grabbed out of the garage that I was working at. So I was pretty happy that I could get the tools, or just use the tools that I had in my van. And it was a beautiful day out that day. Anyways, if anybody has got any other questions or anything else they'd like to say, go ahead and jump in and join the conversation. And again, if you are watching this on the replay, because I know I don't get a lot of people in the lives right now, I try to do a live every Thursday at 6 o'clock. I'm trying out the 6 o'clock to see if it works better for people. I was doing 5, but I felt like that wasn't a great time for everybody. So I'm trying 6 o'clock, and we'll see. We will see if 6 o'clock works better for everybody. I will start doing them more at 6 o'clock. And let's see. They did have an higher output. Like mine is a 105, and I could have done a 145 alternator, but the casing was wider, and the belt and the pulleys was wider. So therefore, I could not put that alternator in my van. There was no room. It is tight back there. So I did not get the chance to. I was going to upgrade that, but then I would have had to change some other things. So I did not. 6 o'clock is better than 5. Yeah, and it works out better for me too. But I would love to see more people join in on the chats, and I want to try to get this community built up. So I'm glad that 6 o'clock works better. So we're gonna run with this time, and hopefully once I'm more consistent at 6 o'clock, we can get some more people in here. And I know that this summer is going to be kind of a hit and miss because everybody is traveling, and everybody has got certain days that they travel, and so we're just gonna play it by ear. But if you're watching me on the replay, I greatly appreciate it. And again, if there's a topic that you want to talk about, I know that you guys have left comments in my community post that you want to talk about food costs or cutting costs on food, and that is one video I am trying to work on. I know that for me, I pay attention to where I shop. I always try to shop at the Aldi store, and then the Dollar Tree, which you all know from my Dollar Tree video. I am trying to also put together a video of different ways to save money. I know I did one on the app about the fetch. But it's not really saving money, but it's like spending your money twice, which is super nice, because why not, right? But yeah, if you guys have any other topics that you want to talk about, feel free to leave them in the comments. And I think my battery on my laptop is getting low. I did not bring my cable for charging it. I had it charging all day today. And I don't know how long this battery will actually last. So I think I'm going to end up cutting this live a little short before I lose all my power on my computer. Um, and now I know that I need to make sure that I bring it for next time. So, Troy, thank you for joining me, and I hope the rest of my trip. We've got one more stop in Daytona, and then we're heading back to Michigan. So my next live will be at 6 o'clock on Thursday, and I have no idea which state I will be in. Actually, I will probably be in Daytona, maybe. I don't know yet. But make sure you stop back by and hit the subscribe. I know you're subscribed, Troy, but if you're watching this on the replay, hit the subscribe so you can get notified. And thank you, Troy, for being on. I'll talk to you guys later. Safe travels.